Ladies and gentlemen, it's the greatest YouTuber of all time. Better than Mr. Fucking Beast. It's nostalgia. Say it again, bong hits. And today we have a big one for you, video number 2. And I think a lot of you should listen up to this. Very important conversation. The less that you give, you're a taker. And we're going to break this down for a lot of investors. If you're planning on being in the hobby for the next year or two, I think this might be a really good move. Now, it's not an easy move. It's going to take some work. So you're going to have to actually, not just spend money and it shows up at your door. You're going to have to do a little bit of research on the internet and try to find these packs. But today's set that we're going to talk about is Holon Phantoms. I was saying it on this channel before how important Holon Phantoms is and why it is a major S tier set. And so we're going to look at the prices, why Holon Phantoms is getting expensive, and why I think a play that you should do. So if you're a Holon Phantoms investor, you're thinking, what the hell do I do? The booster box is $93,000. My point of this whole video is the Gold Star Pikachu in PSA 10 hit $59,000. It was 18 grand last month. A massive spike for the Gold Star Pikachu. And I was looking at buying a copy. I wish I did. I really regret not doing that. But either way, $59,000. Even at PSA 8 is $14,000. So, what have we learned from this? You're not going to afford a Gold Star Pikachu ever. You're not going to afford a Holon Phantoms booster box ever. But, listen up. There is an opportunity to be had in this. And I want some of you to really consider this, is buying Holon Phantoms heavy packs. Now, I wouldn't buy the light packs because honestly, in my opinion, a light pack is just a total waste of fucking money. Now, you can find heavy packs out there for like $800, maybe $1,000, maybe even $600. So loose packs, regardless, are like $600. So if you can find heavy packs, and I don't, like I said, I don't understand buying like loose. If they're light, you might as well just weigh them on the scale and find out. So if you're buying them from someone and they're selling guaranteed heavy packs, and it's just a little bit more, even if it's $100 more, I want you to hear me out here. So at $800 a pack, you could buy 36 packs for right around $21,000. And that is, not bad in my opinion. Really, when you compare it to buying the booster box, getting these heavy packs, I think it's a really good move. Now, and to make it even better, instead of buying the booster box for $93,000, you could buy 36 loose heavy packs and then buy just an empty booster box and put 36 packs in said booster box and literally list it up for sale. In my opinion, you could ask a nice premium for this, especially when prices keep going higher. That $21,000 you may have spent. If I'm a ripper and any streamers are wanting to rip, and you're selling a god box of Holon Phantoms, it might fetch the premium of a Holon Phantoms box. And I know that sounds crazy, but who wants to go around looking for 36 individual heavy Holon Phantoms packs? It's a lot of work. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. If you're going to card shows and seeing them for sale, to grab them. And I really think it's a good play. People are going to want to chase the Pikachu, of course, because it's like basically turning an $800 pack into possibly 60 grand. So there's going to be a massive incentive for people to want to open it. The Gold Star Mewtwo is expensive. The Gyarados is expensive. Holon Phantoms is a loaded set. So in my opinion, I think it's a good play, man. I really do. I think if you have the money to do it, it's not 20 grand spent bad at all. And you might have a little bit more, maybe 23 grand by the time it's all said and done. But you're going to have a Holland Phantoms booster box technically, and you're not like spending 93 grand, you're spending like 20, and you're getting heavy packs, 36 heavy packs for that price. So I think if you can do this, this is actually a really smart play. And I mean, let's face it, any pack rippers, they're going to want to buy the heavy packs. So those are going to fetch more of a premium. And when we see the price of the Pikachu going up this much, and I think it's going to get even worse, yeah, people are going to want to rip heavy packs. Even myself, I want to buy a couple just to rip myself. Even if you can find them for $1,000, I think it's a good buy. Now we're gonna look at. There's a single Holland Phantoms blister pack. Someone wanted fucking 11 grand for, which is crazy. This is why I also think 3-pack blisters are not a terrible entry point into Holland Phantoms. That's how I bought mine. And there's a blister pack that has 2 Holland Phantoms and 1 Team Rocket returns for 5 grand. I think that's a good pickup. I think it's a really good buy. Those are all 3 really good packs, and that really drives the price of the blister premium up, in my opinion. I think you'll see that be a $10,000 blister. The same with the Holland Phantoms blister I own. You get a blister pack of Holland Phantoms, and you get 2 Diamond and Pearl, and like they're still up there for 3 grand. And so, I mean, I would rather have 3 packs, one being Holland Phantoms, than just 1 pack of Holland Phantoms for 11 grand in a blister. I mean, in just a single pack blister. So I think these are good buys and things to really educate yourself on, of like how expensive the gold stars are getting and how rare Holland Phantoms packs are to begin with. That I think you're going to see the market massively correct to these and go up a lot. So keep an eye out for heavy Holland Phantoms packs. And I mean, the same goes with any of these booster boxes, like Deoxys. Buying heavy Deoxys packs, heavy Skyridge packs, these are the way to go. And I think the prices will just continue to climb, especially with Holland Phantoms. It is just such an incredible set, filled with good cards, loaded with good cards. And they're going up across the board. So, yeah, just another set. Still think Paldea Evolved cases are good, but really take buying Holland Phantoms heavy packs very, very seriously, because I don't think you will see them for under $1,000 for very long at all. Like, I think you'll see heavy Holland Phantoms packs be like Skyridge, and be $2,000 to $3,000. I think Holland Phantoms is probably one of the best sets of all time. Honestly, I mean, it is one of the best sets of all time. But right just below first edition base set, I really think like Holland Phantoms is right there. Deoxys probably being number 1. Number 2 after that. Skyridge, then Deoxys, and Holland Phantoms. I mean, I don't know, man. Holland Phantoms, yeah, is kind of beating out Skyridge, to be totally honest, as a more investable set. I was saying to buy Holland Phantoms booster boxes back at like 26,000. They're now 93,000. I even think 93,000 is not terrible for a booster box of Holland Phantoms. I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, yeah, I think we can see Holland Phantoms booster boxes be like $250,000. I mean, in no time. I think one could be 200K, no problem. Check out Pokey Plumber. He owns one of them. I guarantee, he bought his cheap as hell. But my point is, 36 heavy Holland Phantoms packs in a nice little booster box, even opened, I think will fetch a really good premium in a sale for someone, especially that wants to rip it for like YouTube. So, anyway, that's why I think these are packs you should really have on your radar. And I know a lot of you don't want to spend the money, you'd rather buy modern and da-da-da-da-da. But, and I understand that. Like, trust me, I do. But you have to look at it as like, in some cases of like, wait, I might never get Holland Phantoms again. This might be my one opportunity to ever catch it for under $1,000 a pack. And I should just do that, Even if you don't have the money, like, you should probably just do it anyway, because you're not going to regret if it's, $1,500 to $2,000 a pack. I just don't think you're going to regret putting Holland Phantoms in your collection, let alone especially if you have the money to already do it. I just think it's a killer play, especially if you can find heavy packs. The heavy packs are just very difficult to find. I mean, they're only coming from a booster box or blister packs, and how many heavy packs are really in a booster box? Like 2, 3. You know, like there's just not many. I mean, no, there's more than that. Like I think what half of it or something for vintage is roughly the thing, but still, there's just not many. Heavy packs are very difficult to find. So if you could find them, I still think they're not a bad thing to just start stockpiling. I don't think you'll regret it. So anyway, or ripping. Ripping would be fun. Anyway, but that's everything we have for this video. Holon Phantoms blasting off Pikachu. Let me know what you think about Gold Star Pikachu being 58 grand. That's fucking nuts. Don't buy it, but still wild. Anyway, that's all we got for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. We're out.